proud as a princess, showing off my college friends to all my relatives, and she's walking around with
And the like pillow that she got with bukkake knit into it.
oh shit, and she's like walking around with her arm around him, like, "Hey everybody, this is Bobby's friend, Mike Bukkake." Welcome to Divorced with Friends, the podcast that reminds you if you want to trim Lindsay's bush, you got to mow her lawn first. I am Bobby Vito, and joined as always my friend, my colleague, my partner, my shocked colleague and partner, Tom. Tom, how are you?
I'm good. I think. Yeah.
I think that was
surprise.
That's the
surprised.
callback.
Yeah.
She's gonna love it.
Yeah.
She's gonna love it.
Yeah. She's a good sport.
She's a great sport.
I'll give her that.
She's an absolute great sport. Tom, how are you?
I'm doing great.
What's been going on?
Not too much. Not too much. Same old life. How about you?
Life is good. We're episode 10. We made it.
That's a lot. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Episodes. Yeah.
So
10
good.
episodes. That's crazy.
We're over 1,000 downloads
People listen to them like they listen to it like every day. You just showed me
every day.
all over the world.
Every day.
That's crazy.
We've hit Singapore now.
Yeah.
Singapore is coming in. Israel has always been kind of big. Ireland. Yeah. I know. Well,
Mossad agent.
I don't want to say who, but coming in from all over the place. So yeah, we're doing well there.
Pretty cool.
And Tom, I'm wearing a very special jacket tonight. Do you notice that?
I did notice that. Yeah.
'Cause
I mean, it would be hard to not notice it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you couldn't see it. So I'll let you in a little secret. So I
Yeah.
found out that someone in my life
Uh-huh.
who doesn't like me very much
Okay.
fucking hates this jacket.
Oh, really?
So let me tell you something. Don't threaten me with a good time, because
Wear the jacket all the time.
I'm gonna wear this jacket
Okay.
every day to
It's,
court now.
it's loud.
all the time.
It's loud.
I love this jacket.
I think it's pretty good.
I've worn this jacket at weddings.
Yep.
Compliments galore on this jacket.
Yeah,
It's a dinner
You
jacket.
can pull it off. You're a wear that jacket kind of person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This jacket, I walked in, the guy's like, "I got the jacket for you."
Yeah, he was
He put
like-
this on. I was
yeah.
like, "That's my jacket."
He could sense the vibe. Yeah.
So this is my jacket.
it's like this is a good. I have teenage kids reference. It's like how the wand chooses the wizard. The jacket chose you.
That's
Yeah.
that's
That's a Harry
exactly
Potter reference.
that's exactly what happened. So you can email Tom and I at divorcedwithfriends@gmail.com. You can find us on Instagram at divorcedwithfriends. We did try something new with TikTok. We'll get into it in a minute.
Twitter's a cesspool.
Twitter-
the special cesspool.
I would stay the fuck off Twitter this week. If you haven't, we're going to ignore that. But the reason I mentioned TikTok, so I'll call it lazy TikTok.
Okay.
Because we do put a lot of effort into what we do on Instagram.
Yes.
There's always a couple videos.
Yep.
Again, we don't inundate you on Instagram. Maybe we'll do a video the first week of the drop.
Yep.
And then the second week, we don't want to bum you out. We don't want to send too much shit. But I was like, I'm just going to post the first video on TikTok to be the same video we use on Instagram. We didn't get that many likes. And I don't know if it's because the content sucked or people had already seen it. It's probably because the content sucked. I don't know.
Yeah.
But fuck it. I don't give a
You
shit.
just blame the algorithm. Say we're shadow bans.
We're shadow
because we're
banned.
so dangerous.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
So I think that's what happened. Now, Tom, one of the things we talk about on this podcast constantly, and it's probably one of my favorite topics. I know the Greek hates this topic. So when we find a woman
Yeah.
who's like, I'm for prenups.
Yes.
I'm like, I want to bring this woman everywhere. With me.
I'll give the background.
Yeah, give a background.
So this is a business influencer named Layla Hormazi. She and her husband, Alex Hormazi,
Okay.
are business partners in a very successful business called acquisition.com. They used to do gym startups. They're both super jacked. And so I came across this because I've watched their like business stuff, and it was like a short where she was talking about prenups, right? And they're pretty like open in talking about their marriage. They're kind of an interesting couple. Like she has said, like they're kind of very pragmatic, right?
Yeah.
I've heard her talk about how like she's like, look, like nobody's perfect, so there's a lot of things that I'm not gonna like about Alex, and I didn't like swoon or have like a feeling in my stomach or anything, but I was just like, oh, this person makes a lot of sense. And she actually quoted, she's like, arranged marriages are actually like more effective in terms of outcomes than marriages that people pick. So
I kind of wish I had that self-control, because if I didn't have that right away, I'd be like, eek. You know what I mean? But like, she's just like, I don't know, he's kind of a dud, but like, he's practical.
Well, right. She's like, listen, we're not like, connecting on every level, but like, he's like pretty good looking, makes some, right? So anyway, so this is her take on, I know you love prenups.
I love them.
Bobby loves more than
love them.
prenups. He loves talking about them.
I love them.
and they're his favorite things.
Yeah, so we're going to play this audio, and let's talk about it.
You set up a prenup with your partner. A lot of people don't know, Alex actually asked me to sign a prenup. And I was like, sure, I don't care.
Gosh,
and
she's
then
so
he
hot
tore
right
up
now.
the prenup before we got married. Because he was like, you just didn't even care about signing it. I was like, well, what? I would never
rope-a-doped
want your
her.
money that you've made on your own. That makes me, I'm disgusted by that. On the other hand, if you're going into a relationship and you have no assets and no money, and you plan to make it together and share your assets and money, maybe you don't need a prenup. The way I see it is pretty simple. I think people should protect themselves. If you have a lot of money and you're marrying somebody who doesn't, I don't know why you would not get a prenup. I really don't. A lot of people say like you should do a handshake deal. If you don't feel like you can do a handshake deal with somebody, don't do a deal with them. And I'm like, I agree with that. You should also pay for it. If Alex died, and then I'd probably never get married again. But two, if I did get married, I would for sure fucking have him to sign a prenup. You get nothing.
Well, I'm in love, and I think she makes a lot of valid points. And
Maybe you can sign a prenup.
I think I could.
You know what I mean?
What's her name again?
Layla Hormazi.
Layla Hermazi. I would gladly sign a prenup to you. And honestly, I feel like based on my personality, you would also not like me at first. So I feel like
I don't
that's,
know if you guys are. Yeah.
that we're a match made in heaven. So if Alex ever meets his
Well,
demise,
she's like a workaholic, so you won't even see her. You know, if you're not partnered with her in the business.
yeah, and I'm not.
Yeah, there you
right.
go. So you can.
I put a lot of work into this.
Yeah, you
but
won't get. Yeah, you're off. You know, you'll be off. You won't need to. She's super rich.
I kind of like his move though too, where because she was gonna. It sounded like because she was gonna sign it, he's like, "Oh, you were gonna sign it. I don't need it."
Yeah,
Like,
it was
that's his
kind of
text.
like if you're willing to sign it, that was almost like you passed the test for him or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah. So
They're probably worth a ton too, right? Because
yeah, well, that's I think that part of the thing too, right? It's like there's a survivorship bias to that, right? Where like they're both super rich and they're both very capable, and they don't have any kids, and neither of them stayed home with the kid, so they're kind of like a use case where like neither of them is going to get screwed over by the prenup,
Yeah.
which I think is the
like Travis.
concern probably. And yeah, like other people's concerns, right? It's like it's lopsided. So you don't want a person to be kind of coerced into signing a prenup or pressured.
Coerced is a word I hear too much in court, but yeah, I hear that a lot.
But just to clarify, not
I hear it a couple times.
okay. Yeah, not.
Don't worry, it didn't-
yeah,
it
not
didn't-
in any
it
kind
didn't
of
go
criminal
anywhere.
context.
Didn't go
Yeah,
anywhere.
right. Yeah. So yeah, and like you don't want it to be lopsided on the back end. We'd like to just have perfect outcomes, but it's kind of a messy.
Yeah.
Of course, not perfect either. So
No, it is far from perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah, any opportunity we can get where a woman is pro prenup, we will play that audio.
There you go.
And flaunt it for the Greeks.
So we'll try to find
she
some.
knows.
We'll try to find some men being anti-prenup.
Yeah, well, fucking losers is where we're going to find them. So, Tom, let's get to some listener feedback and emails. We got a bunch of them this week, and the first one is Evan with merch suggestions. So you want to hit that one?
Yeah, I'm going to read this one. So he says, congrats on the newish podcast. At the risk of screwing up my social media algorithm, which we've talked about, callback, and sending false warning signs to my wife, I've started listening to the podcast. Getting caught up on the pod has helped me get through some long days in the office. And Evan is a friend of ours, right? And,
We know Evan very well.
So, and he's a very funny guy, great guy. Famously sold a very popular hockey blog.
Yeah, that's true.
That was very super funny writer.
The last guy who watches hockey, Evan sold it to him.
Yeah. He got out in just the time. So he says, so he references, we talked previously about Kevin, who had some merch suggestions. And he says, choosing Kevin to design your merch may be short-sighted. Wow. He is a handsome man. That's true.
Very true.
And his fashion sense has helped secure several regional Howie Long lookalikes.
You know what? I read that. I
He
was like,
looks so much like
he
Howie
fucking
Long.
does look like Howie Long. I was like, that's a
And Howie
calling
Long is
out.
very handsome.
Yeah,
Kevin has a
super
great sense of style, by
Yeah.
the way. But when has Wentworth ever produced a fashion designer? Ooh,
True.
That's probably not ever. That's like the last school you would want to go to.
Didn't the dishwasher czar go to Wentworth?
Yes,
He
yes.
did.
the
And he
dishwasher
dresses like a
czar.
fucking
Yeah.
asshole.
Yep, he does. Yep, but
Yeah.
his knives are clean, I guess. Like Kevin's favorite sneakers. Kevin's a sneakerhead. Has great sneakers. His merch ideas. Are mid and stuck in the 90s.
Kevin,
I
your-
walked right into that one.
Your condom's not going anywhere, pal.
I think you could do better than Ringer Tees.
Ooh.
I am talking about developing a lifestyle brand. Wow.
Wow.
That's good
Okay.
ideas. We're going to have to give him a slice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here are some of his ideas. So he has a lot of really good ideas. Branded travel shave kit for the young professional with opportunities. in Hampton Inn, North County.
Evan might have to be our comedy writer. Evan's got some
Yeah,
good
this
ones.
is fantastic. Never share your nethers in a 7-Eleven bathroom again.
It was a public bathroom, but
Correct.
I will say this: I shaved before tonight, and I was like, I have to leave the stubble, but I do like the branded shave kit because I can't grow a beard.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that. Desktop cell phone tether your coworker is an asshole. Keep your phone safe from his juvenile pranks.
Oh,
Or just don't fire people at an inopportune moment.
I'll
right?
tell you what-
Like, don't fire people mid prank.
is also rattling off the fact that he's listened to every podcast.
Yeah, this is incredible.
Kevin,
Yeah, Evan's like,
Ev-
all right.
Evan, not Kevin, has proven that he has done the homework.
Yeah, Evan is terrific. WWF satin jackets. Peacock with the best of them and show the betas at Chili's who the alpha is.
God damn.
We may run into some rights issues with that one. But we could sell this jacket, like variations
Yeah,
of this jacket.
absolutely.
Okay. DWF branded black and white polka dotted panties
Which, yeah.
for the sometimes professional lady that just can't say no to a suburban hotel.
Which goes with the liner of
that
his
goes
jacket.
with the line. Well, I think you're going to get a lot of ladies interested with
I
that
think so.
jacket.
I
yeah.
think so. Hollywood just showed up though, but yeah.
Branded iPad cases strong enough to withstand dad rage or toddler meltdowns.
Damn it.
I literally just put in an order for a new iPhone case because mine is like disheveled and falling apart. And I got an Otter, which is, I think, right?
Otter's a good Otter box. Yeah, absolutely.
No Dick Bozo of the week home sterilization kit. When you're just done having kids, that would be a big seller. Yeah. Again, some of the liability might be a problem, but anyway, keep up the great work. Outstanding email.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Evan. And I got to be honest, I can see now why he had a blog that sold.
Yeah, listener of the week. No, very funny writer. Very funny. like,
Very
for-
funny.
yeah.
Evan, listener of the week. We don't have an award for that yet, but I feel like you just
You
get the
this-
first one.
Yeah, you get the first one.
You were
Yeah.
up there with
Honestly, I think Evan should just host a podcast with
Yeah.
Lindsay, and they don't need us.
yeah, I feel like we're done.
Yeah, our guests are and
Shit.
emailers are better than us.
What's it when you hire your own replacement?
Yeah,
Is that bad?
but that's all right. You can, you know what I mean? Like that's a skill too, right? Like, but bringing people into the spot, right?
That's true.
Like there were people who were funnier than Howard Stern. Artie Lang was, pretty funny.
That's true. Artie Lang also lost his nose because of coke, so he became funny by accident.
Yeah, that's true. He did do that. Yeah, I saw that recently.
So, Tom, the war between myself and A on Gmail has unfortunately ratcheted up.
Oh, jeez.
So, if you remember, we talked about, I think 2 weeks ago or last week, he didn't come back.
Right.
And I've noticed that is when we give him airtime, he comes back.
It's like a kid.
But
you
he's
can't
like-
pay attention to. You can't. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, but he's like officially our pig vomit. So I'm gonna do it again because this is what he writes. So veto again, VETO.
Yeah.
For the record,
I still like that.
I know you. For the record, I do actually like the podcast, but I just think you're kind of a bitch.
Oof.
He goes, I've enclosed some audio so you know I'm a real person. Perhaps you'll play it, but perhaps you won't, because as I suggested before, you're kind of a bitch.
Wow.
So he threw down a gauntlet to me.
Okay. Are you
And
gonna play the audio?
fuck it,
Wanna cover it
A
up?
on Gmail.
Okay.
I'm going to play your audio.
Where are you, you hot congressman?
That's
Let's
not the right
have
audio.
No, that's Nana.
fabulous
He did
sex.
send an audio, and I think you're going to find this funny. And I was like, do I want to give him the airtime? But
Yeah.
he did submit it, and I feel like honestly, I don't know if he's just playing with us because maybe
Yeah.
we know this person and
Yeah.
it's just like a ruse.
Yeah.
He said something in there that I think you're going to find kind of funny.
Okay.
Hey, Bobby, might be wasting my time, and you likely won't even play this on the podcast because you're a total bitch. But I can't be the only one that doesn't believe you were ever in shape, regardless of the fact that you look like Jonathan Papelbon, which sucks because I fucking love that guy, and you're just a piece of shit. Tell your ex-wife to call me. A on Gmail. Out.
Okay.
Wow. Well, first of all, was I the first person?
Yes.
Who ever pointed out that you look like Jonathan Papelbon?
Yep. So do you want to tell? So that,
Yeah,
that was in
Jonathan, we were
2005.
living together, and Jonathan Papelbon, who is a major league reliever, first for the Red Sox, came up, and I commented on that. I
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
said,
you're like,
"You
I'm
look
gonna
a
go
lot."
watch Bobby's,
Yes.
aka Jonathan Papelbon
Yep,
pitch.
that's right.
And I was like, I don't really look like him. And then when we moved to Belmont,
Yeah.
we went to the A1 market.
Yeah.
And Saheed was like, I was buying like a Gatorade or something.
Yeah.
And he's like, let me see your ID. And I was like, to buy Gatorade, and I showed him, and he's like, I thought you were Jonathan Papelbon.
Ah.
And I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
See?
Because I did have my hair like him at the time.
Yeah.
And I guess our faces
Yeah,
were
you got
similar.
similar facial,
I don't know
yeah.
if I see him on Nesson all the time, and
Yep.
I'm always like, people say I look like him.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't know anymore. But at the time, this was like 2005 to 2007. It happened, believe it or not, it happened quite often.
Yeah.
I don't think he would not find that to be a compliment.
I don't think he'd mind, right? Like you guys do actually look alike. It's not like you're,
Well, it's like with guys, you can tell a guy that he looks like another guy. And you're
Yeah.
like, okay. You can't fucking tell a girl that. Even if you think it's a compliment, keep it to your fucking
you
self.
have to be really careful. Yeah, you have to. Well, and you have to go like with somebody who's objectively better looking than them.
Yeah.
But then, like we talked about on our previous podcast, 6s think they're 8s and 8s think they're 10. So it's gonna be hard to overshoot it. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to pick like,
Well, you know what happened? So this is a true story too. So we had a friend's wife who looked like a mom on TV, and I thought this mom was actually really hot for a mom because I love the show. So she looked like Norma Arnold from the Wonder Years.
Okay.
So for me, that was like a pretty mom.
Yeah.
So I just off the cuff one day was like, "You look like Norma Arnold from the Wonder Years." That didn't go as planned, that at all. And it was like I'm never. And I look back at it and it was like, I can see where she didn't think it was a compliment.
Yeah.
But knowing how much I love the Wonder Years, it was a compliment.
Yeah.
But I won't ever do
Yeah,
it.
you got to holster that one.
I feel like my life is just a series of don't do that again.
Yeah, don't do that again. That's good. Yeah.
Like I kind of learned. It's like
You're a
keep
learning
it
organism.
in draft.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what this episode's going to be.
That feels like a Curb Your Enthusiasm side plot or something, right? Like,
If you're listening,
oh, she's
really pretty.
Good looking. Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't mean anything by it.
Right.
But she did not fucking think of it that way. Okay. So the next one is Lindsay. Guys, I had to change my undies after hearing that sweet angel's voice on the pod again.
Okay.
What a wonderful surprise. I do have to say I'm torn on the lawn mowing as a simp move. Obviously, there was an inside joke with the moped, but if you're dating, that seems sweet, no? So they were dating when he mowed the lawn.
Okay.
So I get why she would say that it was sweet. I guess my joke was about the moped. He drove a moped.
Oh,
I guess it's like, how do you tell your dad you're gay? You drive a moped. So it's like, that was the joke. But
Yeah, mopeds are weird.
mopeds are weird.
Yeah.
But I guess it was sweet because he was dating her.
Yeah.
So I don't think it was a simple.
Yeah, I think that's sweet. All that stuff I think, right, is again, like we talked about, it's just the context. Like how good looking is the guy? How much do you like him otherwise?
Yeah.
Like Lindsay said, like once you're checked out, everything's kind of the ick, right? So and like what other things are you doing or not doing? And I think part of it too, this is a big one, right? It's like you can't do those things and then like peacock around trying to get credit for them.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's one of the key things, right? Like that then becomes like a weird, I don't know if it's simp, but it's like it's not attractive.
Yeah, because you're doing the move to just be like, I'm doing the move because it's the right move.
Yeah.
Not to be like,
I think it's almost like if you just do it in silence and never bring it up, like that's kind of a power move.
yeah. So I guess that was from Joey on Instagram. I guess Joey, you're right. It was a nice move. So
You sound like kind of a creep, Joey.
yeah, but changing his undies.
Yeah, that
yeah.
was a little weird.
He did call her Sweet Angel though.
That did not make things better, Bobby.
You know what's funny? I'm gonna get once she hears that, she's gonna be like, "What's Joey's handle?" She's gonna,
No, she's not.
She's gonna fucking love that. All right, so the last one's actually directed to you, Tom, but I'll read it because I want to get your answers. This is actually funny. So this is from Jen on Gmail, and she goes, "Hey guys, just wondering, is there a reason why Bobby is Bobby Vito and Tom is just Tom? I will hang up and listen."
Well, I'm not really a nickname. I've never been a nickname person, right? I think it's funny. Like some people are nickname people, some people are not. I've almost never had a nickname other than like I think when I was little, maybe some people did like T Money or did something weird with my last name or something, but really never had.
Have you ever a last name call? Like I've never been like call me by my even when people call me by my real last name now, I'm always like, who?
Well, famously, so you are Bobby, and a famous anecdote for us is I lived with you, and sadly Toronto Rob, and another person named Bobby.
Dishwasher czar.
And so you and I lived with Toronto Rob first, and then he famously like invited Dishwasher Czar to move in with us without asking us, which ended up working well because he was a great roommate for all the shit we give him. But
Very organized.
yeah, pretty wild move though in hindsight. I don't know. But yeah. So anyway, I lived with two Bobs, And then my buddy at the time was I was tending bar, and we moved to a different apartment. And my buddy Julio, who was Bolivian and always gave me shit for being a naive white kid, said,
naive, yeah.
"Oh, you're moving in. You have another roommate. What's his name?" And I said, "Well, you know the Bobs, and they're living there too." And he's like, "Yeah, but what's the new guy's name?" And I said, "Well, his name is also Bob." And he said in his very thick Bolivian accent, which I will not get canceled by trying to do. "So you're living with 3 guys named Bob." That's the one I'll do. Bob. And I said, "Yes." And he said, "You are the whitest motherfucker I've ever met in my entire life." And I said, "That is super fair." So I did live with 3 people named Bob, and all of your last names are very short and nondescript. It seems like I was in the witness protection program. It seems like I had been like a mob accountant of some kind.
It's true. And I guess that's why you were Tom, right? Because it was like 3 Bobs and a Tom.
Yeah, I don't need one.
You don't need
and
one.
you guys, a lot of people would do, because Bob or Bobby is pretty short, they would do Bobby and then your last name, which is kind of leads to the Vito thing.
Yeah. So Vito was, and we're going to get into more of this in segment 1, because if you saw our Instagram story today, it was sort of the origin story of Vito.
Yeah.
And we'll get into that a little bit in a second. But so it's like a college thing and a radio thing, and they both happened simultaneously. So like the radio thing was, I had this friend Jimmy Rock, and he was like, when you get mad, you act. He's like, you yell like Don Vito from Viva La Bam in Jackass. So that literally happened this like in September of 2004, around the time that the next couple stories that we'll talk about happened. And but it's funny with when I think back to it with college nicknames, they kind of really don't make sense a lot of the times, because like, so we had people with like nicknames about like things that they did or may have done.
Right.
So there was a girl who may or may not have given someone a foot job.
Okay.
And she knew what this nickname. She knew what the fucking nickname.
yeah.
So like her nickname was Foot Jobs.
Okay.
She knew about it, right?
Was she introducing herself as Foot Jobs? Or?
No.
Okay.
But like we'd be like, hey, go get Foot Jobs, or like, hey, Foot Jobs, and she'd answer to it, so she knew.
Okay.
But then it would be like observations of things that you had or things that you did, or you know, like products that you had. So there was a kid named Timmy, and he had 2 computers, so we fucking named him Timmy 2 Computers.
Wow, that's
'Cause,
pretty
like,
good.
Yeah, it's like we had 2 computers,
Yeah,
right?
sure.
Like, or
literal.
it was like, or to name like, and this was not like to put someone down because they're friends with you. It'd be like names to describe who you were.
Yeah.
So there was Gay Brent, because
Right.
he was Brent and he was gay.
He's gay.
And that was how he answered. You know,
Sure.
it was not an offensive thing. Like
Yeah.
he was in on it, right?
Fat Tony.
Fat Tony, right? But there was also weird names where it was like it was your real name, but then it somehow like describes something that you did.
Okay.
And this wasn't anything I did, so I want to make sure very fucking clear that I had nothing to do with this.
Okay.
But there was a girl, and her name was Shelly.
Okay.
And according to all the girls on the floor, she took the nastiest dumps.
Oh, no.
Fucking awful, dude. They were like, we went to Montreal with her. She took the nastiest dumps. We had to leave the room. So then people started saying like, oh, someone just dropped a Shelly. So like nicknames like that started happening.
I thought that was gonna be that she was smelly.
Oh, that could have been it. I wish they were that creative.
That's where I thought
But
you
it'd be
were
like, oh no, Shelly. And Shelly's probably
dropped
someone's
Shelley.
fucking mom right now.
I had, and this was a long time ago, and it's still this way at the college I went to, co-ed bathrooms.
Oh, we
Co-ed
talked about that before.
bathrooms.
That is, I still think that is hideous.
Yeah, co-ed bathrooms in college, and that was like so. But like, that's your house, right?
Yeah.
So if I had you had to rip a shit, and one guy gave me a crap. He was like, "There's all these girls walking through. You're just ripping shits." I was like, "Yeah, I gotta go to the bathroom."
First of all, they do it.
You know?
They do
Yeah.
it worse. And you go in a shower after a girl, and I talked about this in one of the episodes. The hair on the wall
Yeah.
is vile.
Yeah.
And they don't think anything of it. They call it like wall art is
Yeah.
the term I've
Ooh,
heard.
wow, really?
It's fucking gross.
Oh, I'm gonna use that. I have long hair, so I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna take that liberty.
Do you leave it or you keep it?
No, you try to clean it up, obviously, but yeah.
I
Sometimes
had-
it gets stray gets away, you know. But
At the Belmont house,
Yeah.
a girl who won't be named used to do that, leave her hair there, and then one of the brothers who lived there got like fed up with it.
Oh, yeah.
And he scraped it off the fucking wall of the shower and he left it on my doorknob, like the most passive aggressive thing fucking ever. And I'm like, I deserved that. So by the time I got home, like he at least got it when it was like soapy and wet.
Uh-huh.
I got it was all like crusty
Yeah.
and disgusting. It looked like there was like jizz in it.
it's not really a
There,
good
honestly,
time
dude,
to
there
get
might have been
that,
jizz
but-
in it.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
what he did
maybe,
with
yeah.
it. I don't know what he did. But That brings me to a funny story, though, because one of the kids on the floor, great friend of mine to this day,
Yeah.
he somehow got the unfortunate nickname of Bukkake. And I do remember how it happened. He had remember everyone in college had like whiteboards on their doors?
Yes.
So coming home one night, I think Conti walked up to his door and he wrote, blah, 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 likes Bukkake. Stupidest fucking thing ever.
Sure.
And it like stuck. It was one of those things where it was like he went viral. I don't know how it happened.
Yeah.
It just stuck.
Sure.
So he just became Bukkake.
Okay.
And for those who don't know, Bukkake is when typically a bunch of Asian businessmen, men in general, will relieve themselves sexually on a person's face.
Yeah.
Maybe one at a time, sometimes many times, multiple at a time.
Sure.
That was just a thing.
Yeah.
We just called him Bukkake.
Okay.
So this was in 2004, and we called him Bukkake. And I would just refer to him in normal conversation as Bukkake, not thinking of the context of it.
Right, because you just forget, right? It becomes like
Becomes the thing.
name. Yeah.
So if you remember what happened in 2004, the Red Sox win the World Series.
Yes,
Okay.
I remember that.
So I graduate in the end of 04, but I walk in 05.
Okay.
And the Red Sox famously have a raffle
Yeah.
to give away 4 World Series rings to fans.
Yeah.
And his stepmother wins a ring.
Okay.
And I tell my mom, hey, Bukkake's stepmom won a fucking
Yeah.
World Series ring. And she's like, oh, that's great. And it's before the internet. So she opens up the Boston Globe and she says to me, there was no Bukkakes who won a ring. And I hear this and I cannot let it go.
Well, and the thing is, we've learned, right, from this podcast that your dad might have known what that was immediately based on what he had going on.
No shit. My dad probably definitely knew. Thank God he wasn't there for that story. So I'm like, I'm not going to tell her because I know he's eventually going to come over and it's going to become a thing.
Yeah.
So I have my graduation party and my entire family's there. Both my
Yeah.
nanas, everyone's there. And Bukkake shows up and my mom is like, proud as a princess, showing off my college friends to all my relatives. And she's walking around with
And the like pillow that she got with Bukkake knit into it.
oh shit. And she's like walking around with her arm around him like, hey everybody, this is Bobby's friend, Mike Bukkake. Fucking Mike Bukkake. Like, is that a fucking name, lady? Like whatever. And he just,
Well-
I remember him coming over to me and he's like,
It could be a name if you didn't know it was the thing.
it could be a name if you're in fucking gay porn.
Well.
So he's like, he comes over and he's like, dude, you got to tell your mom to stop calling me that. So I was like, well, we're going to let it play out today.
Yeah.
So at the end of the party, I was like, I'm not going to show you what this is because that's vile of me, but like, just go on the internet and type it in after everybody leaves. And she was not pleased with that entire situation.
I can imagine, yeah.
So nicknames are kind of like a thing where it's like you get it, it doesn't really make sense, and we're going to come back to Bobby Vito in a second. But the first segment I want to talk about, Tom, is the idea of saying mean things
Ooh, okay.
to end a conversation. And I don't mean being mean to be mean.
Okay.
I'm asking about situations that you may have been in
Okay.
where you sort of hit your mental pain tolerance
Yep.
where somebody else, a dark passenger, somebody else,
Hmm.
takes over for you and they're like, I got it from here, pal.
Sure.
Right? Because you and I are both people pleasers to a
Yes.
degree.
Yeah.
But there's got to be moments in your life where you're like, I got to do something extreme, not violent, I mean, by any means,
Yeah.
but like I got to do something where you're gonna end this. I'm gonna end this conversation for us.
Right.
And that's sort of where like the Bobby Vito character came from.
Yeah.
I think, and not to, these aren't like, I mean, I think they're funny stories, and I think a
Okay.
lot of people might, but they're not like, I mean, they're fucking me being a dick. I think, but it's more of like out of just like I gotta fucking end this story. So this was all sort of, in the upbringing of, being overweight and the people pleaser and then losing weight and kind of getting attention from girls. I was working for the radio station and they sent us up to Jay Peak, Vermont. And they were like, all right, do this après ski party
Yep.
like after ski party. And after you're done, we have, it was like me and like 2 other guys. You have like 2 condos. You stay the night, you just drive home. It's like a 4-hour drive. And this is back with like MapQuest. So,
Oh yeah.
it's all
My kids think that's so fun. Like the idea of MapQuest is so funny, right?
It was.
Like,
I have no idea we found anything.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's just a printout,
You need a
and it's
printout
like
directions,
take a left on this and take a right on this. So somebody's literally in your passenger
if
seat.
you fuck it up halfway through, you're like, okay, this is useless.
Yeah, and this is like
MapQuest
4
thing.
hours away.
I gotta get back to the middle of the fucking MapQuest. Yeah.
So we we decide, okay, a bunch of us go to school in the area of Massachusetts. It's a Saturday. After the après ski thing, let's have one of the condos where we sleep, and let's throw a party in the other one. Okay. And let's just see if anybody from our respective schools will drive up.
Sure.
So we make a bunch of calls, and a bunch of people come up.
Okay.
So this girl comes up, and she's kind of ragged, I think, but like, I'll probably hook up with her. I don't know. And I realize I don't have any protection, and in my mind at that point, I'm like, I definitely need it. Mm-hmm. And she just keeps like harping on it. And I feel like, I'm gonna tell you a story. It sounds like I'm doing the right thing. And she says this thing to me where she goes, it's like the hottest thing I've probably ever heard in my life. But also at the same time, like, I'm like, yikes. She goes, that's okay. Just do me raw. And I was like, oh, fuck.
Wow.
Like, I got to end this conversation. So I go, I don't want to get anything just like that. And that was like my moment. I know. I was like, I couldn't believe I fucking said it, but it was like, I just need this to end. Cause like, I knew like I was kind of like pushing a boundary. Like, I don't want to, I don't want to get anything. Like, I don't want this to be like the defining moment of my life at like 22.
Yeah,
where I get like fucking herpes or whatever from this moment. She was whatever it was. So that was like, oh, I can do this when pushed. So the next semester is my last semester.
She just said like
Bukkake, exactly. If she said that, it would have been a completely different story. Yeah. So the last semester is where the name kind of really stuck, I guess. And it's like, you don't give yourself a nickname. I think that's the fucking A from Gmail would get that alive. Yeah. But
he's gonna love this whole thing.
No shit. So that Jay Peak story happened in the last run of whatever would have been like the April of 2004, let's say. So they closed them out in like April. So that last semester was that fall semester.
Sure.
And I remember going to the old court in Lowell on Middle Street, not to be confused with the new court that I go to constantly. Okay. But the old court is a bar. And
that's a divorce joke, folks.
Divorce joke. Yeah. So I was with a friend who said, all right, so you're single now, it's your last semester. How many girls are you going to sleep with? And I shot out like 8 girls. Okay. Last semester. Yeah. Wild number. Yeah. I never thought I would manifest that number. You're going to say that number because it's like 4 months. Yeah. Even at that.
Every morning in the mirror, you were like 8.
8. I'm going to do it. I'm going to make that fucking number happen. Okay. I'm going to quadruple my original number, right? In 4 months, I'm going to make that happen. So, first day I move in because I get to move in early because I was like a 9th year senior. Okay. And a friend of mine came in and she's like, hey, this girl who lives on your floor is a friend of mine. She saw you move in.
She's 7 friends.
She's got 7 friends, and they are super horny for bukkake. What do you think about that? And I was like, do they have a condom? Yeah. And she's like, do them raw? I was like, oh God, you know all about this. So she was like, I'm gonna send her down so she can meet you. Okay. This is great. Yeah. So she comes over, and one thing leads to another. Sure. We hook up. I'm like, that's it. Yeah. 1 down, 7 to go.
Run away.
We're fucking.
I'm on pace for like 1 million.
We are cranking,
yeah,
dude.
That's like,
we're cranking. So the next night, now people have moved into the dorms. She comes back. Okay. And I'm like, okay. Yeah. We still have 4 months. Yeah. Like, that's no big deal. So hang out again. Things happen. Yeah. And now the questions start, Tom. Yeah. Questions start. Do you think maybe we could go out sometime? I'm like, oh, yeah. I mean, we can go out.
You're not going to get to 8 that way.
We are not getting to 8 anytime soon. Okay. Yeah. So she says, well, what do you mean? I said, well, listen. It's my last semester. I didn't tell her about the 8. I was just like, I wasn't like, hey,
I was a lot of goals.
Yeah.
I have things I need to accomplish.
Yeah. There's a lot I want to make happen this semester.
Keep your time down.
If you're here, the 7 unhappy women, and a disappointed friend that I'm going to have to tell about this. Yeah. So I just said, listen, I'm happy to hang out. We can watch movies. Sure. We can go out, get some drinks, but I definitely am not looking for a girlfriend. Yeah. You would have thought that I literally asked that girl for a divorce on that very moment. She lost her mind. Yeah. Started crying in my room. Starts crying. You used me. I can't believe you didn't tell me that last night. I'm like, I probably just learned your name like today, like right now. So it was one of these moments where it felt like an eternity is probably only like 1 or 2 minutes. Sure. And I hear, and this is where the Instagram post comes in. Well, I had a single. Yeah. And I hear a crowd of people outside my room. And I start to like panic because like I probably have a little bit of social anxiety. Like even like doing this podcast, it's like it's in the room, right? Like nobody can kind of hear. Yeah. But like I hear this girl like crying. I hear people whispering outside, like what's going on in there, and I'm like, I need this to end. Right. And she had no shirt on, and I just remember this moment in my mind where I said to you before, it's like saying mean things to like end the conversation.
Yeah.
Like, I need to say something to this girl so bad that she just never wants to come back.
Okay.
And I don't want to swear it. I don't want to obviously do anything bad. So I just remember looking at her, and this story became like so infamous. People heard it outside. My brother told it at my wedding, which might have been an omen. I don't know.
Okay.
But I looked at her and I fucking said her name, and I was like, "This is awkward. You're crying. One of us should leave, but it's my room." And she fucking, dude, the look on her face was utter shock that I said this. One of us should leave, but it's my room. I am as embarrassed and
Yeah.
proud of myself. If that line was in like a Seth Rogen Superbad movie,
Right, yes.
people would have been like, that would be memed forever. And I came up with it out of panic
Yeah.
and desperation.
Sure.
And I knew at that moment that if you push me hard enough, I will come at you with everything I got. Now she left, and what I found was people were outside like, "Oh my God, like I can't believe you said that. I heard
Yeah,
that."
yeah, yeah.
And they started calling me the Godfather, and people would start asking me for advice.
Oh, yeah.
So who was the Godfather? Don Vito.
Yes.
So then I became Bobby
Vito.
Vito. So that's kind of how it all started with the whole Bobby
So-
Vito thing.
So did they? That's interesting because that's a way cooler way to be Bobby Vito
Then being
than
Don Vito from
fat,
Viva
who
La
was
Band.
like the dad from Bam Margera was like a big fat guy.
And by the way, I think
Yelled a lot.
he's got arrested for like pedophilia in the past.
That makes sense.
That makes a lot
Bam
of sense.
Margera is like
Yeah.
a total mess.
Total
Like
mess. I think he's getting clean since then too.
Well, good for him.
Yeah.
Congratulations. But okay, so episode title right there. First of all, I think Why do you think? Like, so was that like you were young and you just didn't have the social skills?
Yeah.
To sort of back out of those situations.
Well, I wanted to get laid. I feel
Yeah.
like that's probably the most important thing.
Yeah.
But I definitely was like, I guess maybe now you'd call it like a fuck boy. I don't think I was in my mind.
Yeah.
But like I wanted to hit that number. I didn't.
Yeah.
I wildly
Oh, really? Oh,
wildly missed that number.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler
Wow.
alert. I
Yeah.
fucking crashed and burned. But like
sad
I had,
ending to this.
I had a really good time. But like I feel like what had happened was like I was just so used to being like the overweight boyfriend, whatever
Yes.
you want.
Yeah, yeah.
Like fine. And as soon as I kind of got a little bit of confidence, I was just like, fuck that. Like, I'm not going to do something just because you want me to do it. And I
Sure.
don't have to just be nice all the time. I can kind of be a dick.
So did you run into that person again
Oh yeah.
frequently?
She's dated another kid on the same wing that I had.
Uh-huh.
I won't say his name. I really liked him.
Yeah.
And she fucking hated me. So even when dude, she fucking hated me. So
Well,
even when like the Red Sox
I feel like that's kind of fair. I love you, but
I probably
yeah,
deserved it. Just like the girl with the phone.
Yeah.
Probably fucking hated me. But when
well, that was the guy who fired his fault. Was which we've established.
again she ruined my joke. But when the Red Sox were in the World Series, because Framingham was notoriously it's a dry school,
Sure.
so you couldn't have any alcohol.
Wait, the whole school's dry? I didn't even
whole
know.
school, yeah. So if you got caught,
What kind of fucking puritanical shit is
no
that?
shit,
Really?
we used to sneak vodka or
The state school. Why are they? What is that?
dude. One of the best fucking stories
Are
is
state
like
schools frequently? No, they can't be, right? Like,
Framingham still is, but you're right, they're not all. But like,
Amherst is
one of the funniest stories was like Conti and all those guys got caught with like a beer ball behind one of the dorms.
Yeah.
And Campo rolled up on them, and he's
Yeah.
like they're all fucked. But then Campo was so fucking stupid that another Campo rolled up to like help and rear-ended the first Campo. So they were just like, it's like a fucking episode of like Barney Fife or
man.
something. They're just like, get out of here, you idiots.
Yeah.
But no, so it was like during the Red Sox World Series run, I had that single, so everyone would hang out in my room, and somebody left the door open.
Yeah.
And a bunch of people were just like drinking on my bed.
Uh-oh.
So this girl, I forget her name, she had a can of beer and she was on my bed, and that girl that I'm talking about,
Yeah.
she was at her boyfriend's room down the hall.
Yeah.
And she put a noise complaint in.
Okay.
So Camp Security came up, and the door's wide open, and there's like 3 people in my bed drinking, and I run over and like jump on top of them, and like the girl's sitting with a can of beer
Yeah.
on her lap. It goes like right into my sternum, like the thick Chota
whoa,
fucking
really?
dick can of like Coors Light.
Yeah.
Like jams right into my fucking sternum, and I get all the wind like knocked out of me. I'm sure he saw it. Like I like basically busted my sternum for no reason.
Yeah.
and he saw that like we're just watching the game, someone's just giving a shit, and he was cool about it. He's like, let everybody. She just told us to shut the door.
Yeah.
But yeah. She was not a fan of me.
That makes sense. Yeah. Again, I don't know. That kind of tracks. I think I'm with her on that.
Yeah. I mean, people who are going to hear this are going to be like, this guy's a piece of shit.
Well,
No wonder he's getting divorced.
everybody. Well, this is like this is part of the gotcha culture thing too, right? It's like everybody has a couple moments like that where if you took that and you pulled it out and you blew it up for everybody to see, then they would have.
Well, I think I tell these stories mainly. I mean, they happened 20 years ago or whatever, but like I tell these stories now. I'm a totally different place. Obviously,
sure.
Not that they would happen now. I don't think, but I hope not. But also too because they're kind of like you become who you are because of who you were.
Yeah, no, for sure. And well, I think that's like to pivot it back to like the divorce with friends theme. Like it's always a hard thing conversationally, like with a person, because you bring your individual baggage, they bring their baggage, you bring your baggage as a couple, right? And I always say this, like I say like every couple has like the same 4 fights, right? And whatever it is, it's 3 or 6 or
You
something.
get a lousy head.
Yeah, it's like your mother-in-law or your right, like whatever the 4 things are. There's really 4 things you're fighting about. You have a bunch of different fights. Your fight is about the keys or the blah 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 or whatever, right? But it's really like I hate that you're like late and don't respect my time broadly, right? Or I hate that you like don't clean up after yourself broadly, right? So like every time you have some sort of cleaning thing, it's that fight, right? And that's like right, like that's like because you're bringing your the interplay, but also like your shit too, right? Like you're saying, right? Like your insecurities, your history, like all that stuff. Yeah.
No, for sure. So it's but that's basically the origin story. I think that's where like the Bobby Vito thing came back, and that's why I don't use my last name here, obviously not to embarrass my kids in any way. Not that they're on Instagram or they listen to this by any means, but like shit lives on the internet forever.
Yeah.
Maybe one day they'll find this. I don't really know, but we try not to talk about my specific story.
Right.
So I think
I try not to.
Tom tries not to let me talk about my specific story. Maybe one day, but I think telling these kind of stories, the mission statement I think with Divorce with Friends is like, what would you do like if you're, either you're single, going through divorce, whatever, hanging out with your friends, like telling stories from the past or just kind of telling dating stories or just, whatever. Obviously I'm seeing Hollywood now, but like telling stories to people that haven't heard them before and kind of giving them like a new perspective. It's kind of like, that's sort of what the podcast is.
Yeah, no, well that's like, right. Like people say like, you get specific to get broad, right? Like if you get really specific, then more people will resonate with that. I actually think like a great idea for this podcast at some point. So this is going to be like a call to anybody who wants to do this would be like to talk to a couple, former or current, right? About their like 4 fights, whatever it is, or 3 to 6. Like, I think that's super interesting, right? Like, it's like, what are the things that you fight about all the time? What are your basic fights?
I have asked the Greek and Toronto Rob to come.
Oh, that's not going to happen.
Well, Toronto Rob was like, I'll do it. And Greek was like, meow. So I don't know when that'll happen, but I love that idea.
Yeah. I just think that's super interesting because again, it's completely universal. Everybody has fights and everybody has these like recursive fights that you feel like you're never getting out of, and you just fall into, right? It's like a well-worn path. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't end when you get divorced. So, Tom, that brings us to our next segment. So the next segment is Smash or It's My Room and One of Us Should Leave.
What the fuck?
So, Tom, this is a game we're going to play with Tom because I feel like the games we play with you, where you don't really know what's going to happen next.
Yeah, people like these.
They love them. Yeah. They fucking
because
love
I'm
them.
just like a little guy.
You're a little guy.
I'm a little guy, and I get a little embarrassed, because Bobby's kind of a shock jock. My kids. This is a funny
shock.
I said to my daughter, I was trying to explain somebody, and I was like, oh, they were kind of like a Howard Stern, and she was like, who is that? And I was like, oh my God, I'm a fucking 100 years. Because when we were kids, Howard Stern was like a top 10 most famous person in the world, right?
Absolutely
I would think.
is.
Or in the US at least.
He still pops up. He still had some drama with
yeah,
this
but
thing now.
he's just right. He's on Sirius or whatever. So I think and then I said, well, he was like a shock jock, and she goes, what is that? And I was like, I'm 1,000, right? Because they don't. What is a shock? They don't listen to fucking radio. Like, what is that? What would a shock jock be?
Well, we talked about it before, and people have brought it up to me, at least on the side, where they're like, "I like what you do in the podcast, where you don't run it like a podcast, like a normal podcast.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
run it like a radio show."
Yeah.
And I feel like we that was a conscious
radio
decision
back. Yeah.
on our
Yeah,
half.
yeah,
Where
yeah.
it's like we do it that way as like a callback to the things that we grew up on.
Yeah.
right?
I think
Obviously,
the structure is useful too. It's like there's too many podcasts where everybody just rambles, right? It's
Yeah.
like you have some,
I
banter
love-
within the segments, right?
I love the structure of a radio program.
Yeah.
Obviously, we don't have to do like the call letters at the top of the hour. We don't have to do anything for the FCC. But like, I do love the idea of the guests on the show
Yeah.
becoming the show.
Yeah.
Like
That
Tim,
was Stern.
that was Stern, and he did it so well, and I fucking love it. So, if you don't know what a shock jock is, kindly fuck off.
Yeah. You
So,
Google it. Yeah.
Google it.
Or ChatGPT.
Yeah, and get some bukkake in your face in the meantime. So the game we're going to play, Tom, is Smash or It's My Room and One of Us Should Leave. And Tom, this is brought to us by VHS Dates on Instagram. So if you don't follow them on Instagram, you're doing yourself a disservice. So it is a wonderful page on Instagram, and it's a bunch of different videos from video dating services. So on episode 1, I think we covered video dating.
Yeah.
It was a thing where you would go to a location, and usually it had a shitty background. Typically pastels
Yep.
and fake plants.
Yep.
And people were dressed very 80s because they were.
Sure.
And you would talk about yourself
Okay.
and explain who you were
Yeah.
and why you would want to date. And people would go to these locations and then just watch a stack of VHSs. Again,
Okay.
a VHS is a cassette tape, a giant fucking cassette as big as your forearm.
Yeah.
They would stick in a VHS player.
Right.
Not to be confused with the
You have to be kind and rewind.
disc.
That's another one.
Blockbuster
Yeah,
was completely out of
Blockbuster.
business as a result of their demise, and you would pick from a stack of VHSs. So if you go to Instagram.com and you go to VHS Dates, you can watch all of these. But what I've done is I've curated a list of 4 of my favorite.
Okay.
There's men and women in here, Tom.
Okay.
And we're gonna play them for Tom.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Tom is gonna decide if he's gonna smash them.
Right.
Sight unseen.
Yep.
We're gonna play the audio first.
Got it.
Then I'll show him a picture, and then is Tom going to smash them? Right? He's going to.
So I'm gonna vote twice basically. I'm gonna say on the audio smasher pass or
So I'll play the
leave my
audio.
room or whatever the fuck. Yeah, and then I get to see the picture.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
And I make a final call.
Yep. And then, or it's my room, one of us should leave.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first one, Tom, is Ronnie, and Ronnie's a little fucking spitfire. Okay. So we're gonna play play Ronnie's audio. I'll play it all the way through. But if you have any comments on Ronnie's fucking weird shit,
Yep.
go nuts.
All right.
Key to a good relationship is spontaneity. I want you to come in when my friends are there with a suitcase and say, ladies, the night's over. Me and Ronnie are going to Mazatlan. So my name is Ronnie. Well, it's Rhonda, but don't call me that unless you're mad at me. I love going out to dinner.
Get fucking
It
ready
makes
for
me
Rhonda.
so sad when it's, oh, what should we do tonight? Let's just stay at home, have some beef stew. I could cry. I always wake up and the first thing I do is dance because I am fun. Or do I smoke? I'm a chain smoker. Do I believe in God? Well, that's no fun. Hey, what are you doing down there? Judging every move I make? Absolutely not. No.
It's energy.
You tear me to
Wow.
shreds. What I'm looking for in a man, big, beefy arms. I
Okay,
better not
wow.
be able to wrap my hand around it, especially even this. I don't even want to be able to. I'm spontaneous. I like to go on trips. You knock on my door, you say, hey, we're going to Vegas. Woo, I'm up. I don't care. Let's go to Vegas.
All right, so that is enough
Let's
of
gamble.
Ronnie /
Yeah.
Rhonda. So let me show you a picture before
Yeah,
you decide.
okay.
Smash
Oh,
or
wow.
It's My Room. So do you want to describe Ronnie to everybody?
I don't know. There's like
How old is she, do you think? And keep in mind, it's the 80s, so we
I
have
don't know.
no
I'm
fucking
very
clue.
bad at guessing ages.
Yeah.
So she might be 30s or something. She's
probably in
got
her
her
30s.
eyes closed here. She
Yeah,
looks
yeah.
like she's like making a wish or something.
She's wearing the perennial mom blouse, I should say. She's wearing the perennial mom blouse from the 80s.
Yeah, from the 80s.
It's-
It's got like a ribbon at the top.
Yeah.
She looks like a poorly wrapped Christmas present.
Just
There's a lot going on. And honestly, like I was just exhausted halfway through that. And the voice and the laugh, like not even like a, relationship. Like I couldn't get through like 20 minutes with that, I don't think.
Yeah.
That's a hard pass.
I feel like so she's got to go.
She's got to go. What is it again? It's you got to
It's My Room, you got to leave.
my room. Get the fuck out.
She's got to fucking leave.
Get out of my room.
She's out of there. So, yeah, I feel like there's an intensity with her.
Yeah.
The problem with somebody like Ronnie is Ronnie. I'm a lightning rod for crazy bitches. So Ronnie would meet me, fall in love instantly.
Oh, yeah.
And I would never be able to shake her because that mean stuff that I would say, I can't do it anymore.
But I will say, and this is like the Brad Pitt corollary, where I say like, you can do all the stuff that the guys do in movies, like the say anything, like he's outside with the boombox. If the guy's handsome, he's outside with the boombox. That's cute. Yeah. If he's not, then he's a weirdo. Like if she were really hot, like maybe you'd be like, oh, all right, But
that's true.
She's not.
Ron is not hot.
You're gonna have to leave.
But let's take a look at
I don't know.
the stunning and funny Marissimo.
Okay.
We see the first date. Man, I don't know. It's ice skating, some ice cream, on icy. We could go roller skating. I am rollerblading in the country. I mean, I am rollerblading, pero first place, todo el tiempo first place. But yeah, I'm good rollerblader también.
Fucking rollerblading?
I like
Ices?
kissing in public.
Kissing in
at the
public?
restaurant. A lot of people don't like it kissing or no more, right? Me love it. Me love the kissing. Exchange student, my country named Tiffany. Tiffany told me at a French kiss. I'm just looking for a woman who good body like me, Cause I am working out all the time. Yeah, I fell in love one time, but she broke my heart.
So Tiffany broke Marissimo's heart. All right?
So Marissimo is I think a smash, but let me see the picture.
I'll show you the pictures.
Yeah.
So a couple things, right?
Yeah.
He's going to take her for some ice cream.
Yeah,
right?
he's gonna take you for ice
Or
cream.
an icy.
Yeah, roller skating.
But specifically called you an icy, right? So
Yeah.
ice cream, icy.
So I gotta say, if he's old, then there's maybe some Epstein vibes to this. That's not like really an age appropriate.
But basically what I'm saying is he's got it all planned. If you don't like the ice, get something else for it.
Yeah.
You don't
Well,
like
they
your-
say, one of the those like creepy like pickup artist moves where they do. So one of the things is 3 places. So you're supposed to do on a date. If you go 3 places with the person, then they feel like bonded to you.
Okay.
So it seems like he might be a pickup artist, Marissimo.
He may be. And also, too, roller skates. You don't like that? He rollerblades.
He rollerblades. Yeah.
You like to kiss? Guess what? Tiffany showed him how to fucking... Tiffany fucking...
Wait a second. I just saw the picture of Marissimo. Oh my God. All right. Marissimo's in jail now. Marissimo's got, okay, so I don't even know. He's got a Mr. Rogers jacket sweater. He's got a tie that's not quite tied properly.
At all.
He's wearing slacks. He's got just a kid toucher mustache.
Yeah.
And disheveled hair. So that's a good example.
Yeah.
Where he went from a smash to it. And also a little suspicious that he's like bragging that he learned how to French kiss.
But he's like, he wants you to know, Tiffany showed him.
Tiffany showed him,
She fucking
but
broke
then she broke his heart.
She broke his
Yeah.
heart.
Yeah, that's a get out of my room. I have a room and only one person can
All right,
can be in the
we're not smashing anybody.
No, we're not smashing.
Okay,
movies.
well, how
I
about
was
this?
I was willing to before the picture.
Well, let me tell you something. If you didn't like those,
Yeah.
get ready to have your fucking neck smashed
Okay.
by Colleen.
Wow.
I decided to find my life partner in crime, not to commit them, just to have some fun. I love to go to the lake and watch people fish. I'm not a fisher myself, but I love the sport. I'm a huge fan of ice skating, men's ice skating only. To be quite frank, I am looking for you to come through the door after your 9 to 5, and we sit down and I cook you a delicious meatloaf. The secret is adding pork. I love myself first and foremost. A lot of weak men have called me aggressive. I tend to
Pussy.
disagree. I'm a Virgo woman and need to say this, no Virgo men. I would love a man who is able to look at me and say, God, you're perfect, because I am. I've been in love once, and the man looked very similar to me. My prized item is a medal I won for wrestling. I was the only female on the wrestling team.
that?
I didn't win state, but I came close to going to state. The genie gave me 3 wishes. I would wish for world peace. Number 2, I would wish for bigger eyebrows. And number 3,
Her eyebrows are
I would
terrible.
wish for a larger car. One thing you don't know about me
And
is that I've
smaller
never
Adam's
voted.
apple. And she's never voted. Okay, so she never voted.
Can you imagine
Yeah.
10 years later how bad she would want to kill herself with those 3 wishes? Yeah. Like, oh my God.
she
Bigger
didn't
car? Get the fuck out
bigger
of here.
car,
You had 3 wishes.
better eyebrow. Yeah, she didn't really think any of those wishes
That's
through.
an all-time bad, yeah.
And her hair, she should have been like, I want better hair, maybe a better outfit. Her outfit is extremely 80s. It's a track jacket.
Oh yeah,
it's a windbreaker track
multicolor.
jacket. Multicolor.
Why so much multicolor in the 80s? Everybody was like
They're all
really
doing
into
it.
that.
It's like they're always going skiing.
Yeah.
You know, they're always about to go skiing, or they just came
Yeah.
from skiing.
Yeah, she looks like a wrestler.
She looks like a wrestler. She was almost state champion, but she wasn't.
Loser.
She was a fucking loser. But she broke your goddamn neck, Tom. So are you gonna smash her, or is it your room? She's got to go.
I don't know. Honestly, she's probably the most appealing so far. But
I mean, you don't have to smash anybody.
yeah, I'm gonna
We are gonna play another game after this, so you don't have to smash anybody.
yeah, I would say it's my room.
Yeah.
And she's gonna have to take off.
Okay.
Yeah,
So here's the last one.
'Kay.
Okay. This is another eligible bachelor.
Yeah.
Right. So we're gonna diversify again for the
Yeah,
last
yeah.
one
No,
because
again,
we're
we're not-
equal opportunity.
Yeah.
Right. Guys can be handsome.
Yep.
This is Brett.
Okay.
And he's got a bunch of tricks up his sleeve.
Oh boy.
I've been single for a bit of time now, and my ideal date is you would come to my place and pick me up because my car's in the shop.
Oh, boy.
You're wearing a
Permanently.
gown. I
She's wearing a gown.
We're in a
love
gown.
a woman in a gown. Baskin Robbins, 31 flavors.
Okay.
I would get bubblegum
Get quite the
ice
guy
cream,
from Mauricio
and then I would just lean in for a kiss. And
and murder you.
I think if you responded with a kiss as well, that would be my ideal date. I would
Simple.
describe myself as mysterious. I'm not a muscular guy. Can't pretend
He's
that
honest.
I'm gonna
He's very honest.
knock somebody out for
How would you pretend to
But
be
I'm gonna always hold the door open for you. Pull out a chair.
Uh-huh.
Your hair is looking exactly how you want it to right before you walk out the door. I'm the one who's gonna tell you you always look beautiful,
Oh, that's nice.
no matter what
Yep.
you look
He's gonna
like.
lie to your fucking face.
For a living, I'm a bookkeeper. Keeping numbers
Normal
in
job.
track.
Very normal.
I do love accounting, but
And murder.
Yeah.
my real passion
Uh-oh.
Ready?
is magic.
He drops it right at the end, right when it cuts out, and he looks like a magician. Actually, he does look like a magician. So here's Brett.
Yeah, let's
Is he
see
a
Brett.
smash or it's my room and and you should leave?
Oh, Brett's gonna be my room, or I think I'm gonna call the cops because Brett looks like he's gonna, what was it?
It's my room and
bind whatever torture guy. Yeah, he looks like that.
He does kind of have a little bit BTK vibes.
BTK vibes.
I like
Strong
that.
BTK vibes.
Yeah, he does, and I feel like those things. So the gown thing is very motherly, matronly.
yeah.
Where
like I'm gonna dress you up in a gown. Yeah.
in the picture of him,
Yeah.
I feel like when he was like, "You got to pick me up," I feel like what he was saying is, "I don't have a car because I live at my mom's house." or
Yeah,
something.
my mom wants to meet you. Yeah.
And that's why exactly what I was thought
Yeah, yeah.
when he was like, "Because my car's in the shop." It's
Yeah.
like, well, it's not always gonna be in the shop.
Yeah.
So I do think that there's an angle where he lives with his mom, and it's a very like Norman Bates type
Yeah,
situation
right. It's like a skeleton in the
where he's got to
basement,
do that. So
Spoiler alert.
So basically, you're not smashing any of these.
No, I passed on everybody. Sorry, I'm celibate. here.
Well, that's okay. I'm not gonna let you off the hook that easy though.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna have to say MFK,
Ooh.
so we're gonna have to marry, fuck, and then kill.
Speaking of how it started, that was a game we used to play.
Yeah.
We'd probably get canceled for this now. I would imagine we're gonna get canceled.
But we
Okay.
won't when we say all right. So marry, fuck, put in a closet, and they can live.
Yeah,
we don't get
marry.
canceled.
Yeah.
So, but we'll still kill. So, who are you going to marry out of? And someone's going home completely empty-handed.
So
So someone's still going to get the fuck
I
out
don't-
of here.
oh my God.
So out of Ronnie, Colleen, Brett, and Mauricio,
Yeah,
out of all them, who are we marrying, fucking, and killing? Remember, marriage is forever. You're probably gonna have to have sex with them every now and then, keep them happy. And if it's
yeah,
Ronnie,
that's true.
it's Ronnie, dude. You better get that dick ready.
This is a really
Because
tough-
don't even fucking think about showing Ronnie some beef stew. Ronnie hated beef stew.
So I think like I feel like so I don't really want to have sex with any of these people.
You gotta.
Well, hang on. So this is my
remember.
rationale.
Okay.
So based on what he said, I feel like Mauricio is gonna be done kind of quick. Right? He's very proud of his French kissing. I don't think he's had a lot of experience.
He's a passionate lover.
So I'm gonna get it over with. I'm gonna have sex with Mauricio.
Okay.
So that's first.
He's our fucker.
So he's my fuck. I can't do anything with the BTK guy because I just think I'm gonna die.
He's
so I
out.
can't marry him. He's gonna go.
Get the fuck out of my room, pal.
So now I gotta figure out whether I'm gonna marry Colleen or I just don't think I can take the voice and whatever with Ronnie. So I'm gonna go with Colleen.
Okay.
And honestly, like I'll feel safe. You know what I mean? So, like you could start a fight. You get drunk and you just like start something with somebody. And Colleen's gonna come in and like clean it up.
Okay, that's fair actually, because your friends are gonna make fun of either one of them.
Yeah.
But if you're with Colleen and they make fun of you,
Yeah.
Colleen's
If I overhear them,
Colleen's gonna beat the shit out of
it's a
Toronto
fucking
Rob.
rap. Yeah.
Dishwashers are. He's gonna get his ass kicked.
She would sleep Toronto Rob in about 4 seconds. Also, Colleen, because I think this is a time machine, right? They're from the 80s.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna bring them here to the current day, and I'm gonna she's probably gonna be like a UFC fighter.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
She would definitely.
I could be like her wrestling manager.
If it was today, she'd.
I'd be a
like
great heel wrestling manager. I think
That's
you know what I mean?
very true.
Yeah,
she
so
would
I
have
could do
like, today. She would have like a poster of like Ronda Rousey on her fucking door or something like that. But you know, I was thinking with what's her fucking name? Ronda.
Yeah.
Ronnie. Her and Toronto Rob would be outside ripping butts like crazy.
Oh, that's true. She likes to smoke cigarettes.
She fucking
Toronto
loves
Rob
it.
Loves cigarettes. Yeah.
All right, so we have a visitor, Sadie. Sadie asked to wine, so we're gonna call it quits for tonight. All right, Tom. So as we wrap up our final segment of Smash or Get the Fuck Out of My Room, we're gonna do our plugs, and our thank you. So as Tom, as always, who's your thank yous and your plugs this week?
So we always thank Bernthal, although I gotta say we haven't heard from Bernthal. He's not coming on. Hasn't
Not
shouted
yet.
us
Not
out.
yet. He is definitely filming that. Spider-Man.
I don't love that he's doing the Nolan movie.
Yeah.
And like just the sort of like Nolan's ties to Toronto Rob, not great. So I'm just saying, like, he's on notice. A couple more shout outs. I'll thank him today. But yeah, he's on notice.
Yeah. Is that it? Is that all you got?
That's it. That's all I got.
All right. As always, I'd like to thank Dean Corsi for this fire theme song. You can find him at Dean Corsi Music on Instagram.com. You can email Tom and I at divorcedwithfriends@gmail.com. You can find us on Twitter at DivorcedWFPod, on Instagram at DivorcedWithFriends. Podbean will distribute this podcast on all of your podcast apps. Smash subscribe and like. And Tom, one more for you.
Fuck you, Toronto Rob. Thank you for not sending a voicemail though.
Yeah, Toronto Rob, fuck off. Bye, everybody.